Welcome to Jargus Ranger Review, in a brand new format where you get to see my face instead of an old video game. And we're kicking off with the start of the new season with episode 1 of Dino Supercharge, When Evil Stirs. And I should not be moving back and forth in this chair so much already. And this had a bit of everything in it, I should say. I mean, the beginning of it is just Tyler talking to his journal, just recapping main events of the past 20 episodes. I mean, this feels more like the return from mid-season break than the actual mid-season break last year. But it's picking up a few weeks after the fall of Sledge. Yeah, he's nowhere to be found. Because even his ship still has his people on it. Even poor Sandra, who misses him. Even though Wrench points out that she dumped him right before he got his ass kicked. That was funny. And we don't see that little bastard Curio at all. Which I'm happy to see because he added kind of nothing to the show. Except for keeping poor Sandra busy. Now, that's sort of his point, but I liked it better when she was annoying Sledge. Anyway, Heckle cell opens, and a monster comes out. And this one looks kind of metallic, maybe a cobalt color. Especially inside that ruined spaceship. And he basically takes over. His name is Slide. But the thing is, he actually shares his body with Heckle. Because his energy runs out and he becomes Heckle, the human-looking one again. So it seems that one requires energy to remain in control, while the other is normally in it. Though we haven't really seen any of Heckle doing any powerful stuff, except for when he goes after Sledge, resisting his energem. Interesting. And he actually communicates directly through a pocket watch he's holding. That's kind of unique. Anyway, back on the rest of the planet, only Ivan is remaining at the museum, and Coda as well. Because they're relics from ages long past. They have nowhere to go. Tyler's on his search. Shelby is in New Zealand. No mention of if she's around Chase. Studying, because that's what her parents wanted to do. Of course, she's shown immediately to still have her love of fossils. Because she finds one, and her father pulls her away from it. Now, I'm sure that's not going to last long at all. Chase is doing his usual thing, skateboarding. Pretty much everyone's gone their separate ways, even Riley's gone back home. Apparently a few weeks is all that was needed to end everything. Though Tyler holds around his neck, he kinda misses being a ranger. Now I think what I really misses is being around all the new friends he made. Anywho, Heckle goes to a museum and tries to get a job there. And of course Kendall's gonna give it to him because she remembers how he saved her. And he's a really smooth talker. Not his monster form, no. He's kind of vicious. Speaking of him, when she walks off, they communicate, arguing about the energems. To which he says he's strategizing because he knows their locations now. Okay, well, he's smarter than Sledge, I have to admit that. Sledge was just this big musclehead who was angry. But he had his funny side thanks to Poisandra being a good foil for him. And you probably can't see my weird hand motions because my pop filter in the way. Oh well. Anywho, they set a plan into motion and start picking off the Rangers one by one. All across the globe. Until eventually, Kendall and Ivan. Not working off notes here, so it's a bit harder to get my thoughts straight. They find Tyler's Jeep all frozen in a block of ice. And then they get hit as well by a monster we haven't seen yet on screen this episode. And what happens is Tyler eventually goes back to the command center where it is only Coda. And so when they go to investigate, how did I screw up my tongue like that? I don't know. They end up fighting the very first monster that appeared in the show, Ice Age. And he starts to encase Coda in ice. Except he runs away and escapes at the last second, leaving just his shirt behind. So the two devise a plan, because now they know they need the energems again, which are still on the same location. And so to that end, they lure him out with all the other Rangers. So a quick battle ensues and they let themselves get frozen. Only it's a trick, because it's actually the Ranger suits that they show frozen. Okay, I had a brief interrupt there. Anyways, like I was saying, it's only the Ranger suits that get frozen, but the real ones show up behind them and morph. Well, not really morph, they use their... Yeah, I do think they do morph. And they use their energems to break the other ones out. And they put them all back together. So now the team's all here. And this time they do the whole team's morph. Except this time, which we didn't get to see last time, it was Kendall leading the morph. She's finally showing herself in action. Because really, we hardly got to see the Purple Ranger do anything when she premiered. And she moves pretty quickly too. And even then, she don't take crap from anyone, as you can see there. And then Sledge shows up and starts fighting Tyler. And things are going his way, except he runs out of energy and runs away to become Heckle again. Of course, he runs away because they don't want him to find out. He doesn't want them to find out who he is, especially since he's practically a man on the inside so far. So the Rangers make quick work of the enemies, to which she frantically says to fire the magnet beam. Instead of beaming it straight down from space, works a little differently, kind of clever. They shoot a signal beam into a satellite, which then sends it right down onto the monster to make it grow. And man, do they go overkill taking him out, even with the Mega Vivexes. Because they do the T-Rex Zord, which he still calls his Rexy, and the Plesiozord, and the Pachysord. They combine them into one Megazord, and just completely destroy him. I mean, he was the first monster in the first season of the show. You didn't need to take it that far. Any of your Megazords could have destroyed him easily. But man, did that look cool, though. And so, back inside their command center, they're all quickly reuniting. Oh, and it's actually revealed earlier in the episode that Coda is actually afraid of ice, which is why he ran away. Because when he fell, when this energem bonded to him, what happened was he got encased in ice until Kendall and Chase thawed him out. And that kind of made him afraid of ice. But then Kendall was proud of his bravery because he overcame it to save his new family. Which is a great departure from what we had before. Man, this place is never quiet enough for recording these. On the way in, though, Shelby says it's great to be back together, and she kind of touches Tyler's shoulder. And then says, yeah, it's great for the whole team to be together. So yeah, it's still pushing that angle that one of them likes the other, and none of them are trying to admit it. Oh, I hope this doesn't go to Megaforce Valve with Jake and Gia, where nothing happens. Because they would make a pretty fun couple, I think. And even Keeper's there, saying he'll be there. And so they're making plans to find the last energems, because they have their 10th one, plus they have the Aqua Gem that someone found and hasn't revealed himself. And even at last minute, Prince Philip joins in to help out. And so that kind of ends off the episode. Now overall, it was perfect. This was the best way to start off a new season. It picks up right where the last season left off, and it continues it. It ups the stakes. We have a new villain, plus the same old ones that were side characters, and everyone reunites in a clever way. Mainly that they were all forced to be again. Plus it shows how everyone has changed a little and grown. because after some time away, you get to see how it's affected them in their new life, which I thought was a very good touch. Although this is a solid episode, definitely watch it. You won't be disappointed at all. Anyways, Jargus here. Thanks for watching. Do let me know how you like this style of the Ranger Reviews, and I might continue it or I might change it up a bit. But until then, let the power protect you. Until then.